Before continuing to prepare this to export to game engine, I want to comment something on the skinning. It's the skinning, we did like a quick skin, and I didn't pay attention too much on the limitations of the skinning that may have other game engines when you export. So be careful with that, read the instruction for each game engine, but for the moment, for the example, I'm just gonna keep it like this. So if we have maybe some like precision error later, it's gonna be okay for this example. Okay, so where I prepare my rig for game engine. So I go to Shifter and I have one here called Game Tools, and it's just, well, basically one tool that exports and imports this. Oops, sorry, I just maximized this on the full screen. Okay, so first thing, it's the name of the asset. So I don't know how to call this guy. I'm just gonna call the dude. And now it's asking for my rig top node. So my rig top node is this one, and my mesh top node is the georoot here. Now I just need to set folder. So in order to set a folder, I'm just gonna go here and I have this game export folder. I'm just gonna save it there, and I can set also a script or something that execute after this process, just if you want to do something extra, but we don't need to use it here now. So just disconnect and export, and be sure to save this scene before, because it's gonna break some connections and it's gonna break the scene for you. So I'm just disconnect and export. It's exporting everything, and now if I just need to close this scene, and if I go to my my folder here in the game export, you can see I have 3 files. I have the model, the rig, and this JSON file called dude.jmm. You can see here. So I'm just gonna explore the files one by one. So I have this one first, and this one contains the model only. Then I have the rig that contains only the rig, and the other file just stores the connections between these two. I guess I'm just gonna create a new scene, and now I can do 2 things. I can import and connect, or reference and connect. I'm just gonna reference and connect. So again, I'm just gonna go to my game export folder, and it's gonna ask for this JMM, that it stands for joint connection matrix, so it stores the connections, and it's gonna reference both elements, the model and the rig, under the same namespace, and it's gonna connect back everything. So if you have some custom parts or more complex rig apply here, you may want to be careful with that, because maybe it's not supported on the this tool. But it's simple like this. It's gonna work. Okay, so we have it ready, and now we just can load our studio library and apply the animation. But now if I try to apply the animation, it's gonna say no matching, and the reason is because we have a namespace here, and we don't have it when we store this animation. So here on the, just let me make it bigger. If I select one object with a namespace and I get from selection, so you can see it's gonna put here dude, and now unselect, but change to use custom. It's gonna be stored here. You can type it by hand, by the way. I'm just a bit lazy. This is a little trick. Okay, so now I'm just gonna map it to this namespace. So double click again. And now it's finding all the controls. Look at that. We have our animation with our game ready rig to export. So now the only thing I need to do is select the model and export this part to FBX. And this will contain the georoot with all the geometries and the joint structure. That are the elements that you want to import on your game engine.